Okay, so dear students, I Rakesh Jain from Gyanware University. Right now I am going to teach you one complex numerical regarding block diagram reduction techniques. In block diagram reduction technique, we have already been covered several numerical, some are simpler, some are complex, and by the application, by applying all the rules of block diagram reduction technique, we are capable to find out the transfer function. Now once again we are going to solve a numerical. Okay, first of all just see this MS Paint file. So this is your question. Are you able to see on screen this MS Paint file? Are you able to see? Yes. So this one is your question. You have to find out the transfer function. See very carefully. First of all, I just copy and paste this numerical. So whatever the modification I will do, I will show there. Okay. First of all, I just pronounce the name whatever written in those boxes. This is H3. This is H3. This is G3. This is G4. This is G2. This is G1. This is H1. And this is your H2. This is your H2. Okay. And the output is CS and input is RS. So we have to apply certain rules by which we can solve this question. First of all, we should simplify the question, right? So with the red color, see this one. This is a pick off point which I encircle with the red color. This is a pick off point. Okay. So we can move this before a block and after a block. So here before a block, because the summing junction is there, so it is easy for us to move this pick off point after this G4 block. So what we will going to do, first of all we just move this pick off point after the block. Okay, and we know that we can easily move a pick off point after a block, but the gain of that block will also come in reciprocal, 1 upon. Okay, what I want to say, in first step what I am going to do, I just remove this pick off point from here. I just remove this pick off point from here. First of all I just remove this red color. Okay, now see, I just remove this pick off point from here and just shift this pick off point after this block. Okay, and this line is directly now connected. Okay. We can move the pick off point after the block, but the rule is that in between the line the block gain comes in reciprocal. What is the gain of the block after which you move the pick off point? The gain of the block after which you move the block is G4, after which you move the summing pick off point is G4. So the G4 will also come in 1 upon. The G4 will come in 1 upon. So this is 1 by G4. This is 1 by G4. One upon G4. Okay. Now once again I am repeating this. This is my question. Okay. Now I have to solve this question. First of all, what I do, I just move this pick off point just after the block. So this total line will be moved after the block. Okay. Now this will be removed. Okay. So I just do this with the help of the rule that if you move a pick off point after a block, the gain of the block will come in 1 by in reciprocal manner, 1 by. Okay. So the gain of the block was G4, so now it comes in the format of 1 by G4. 1 by G4. Okay. Now we solve this second rule. Well, now we are going to solve this one, or otherwise you can solve this one. Now this is a, the blocks, two blocks are in cascade. Now this G3 and G4 block both are in cascade. Now this G3 and G4 block are in cascade. So we know the second rule, the first rule is that whenever blocks are in cascade, we multiply the gain of those blocks. Whenever blocks are in cascade, we multiply the gain of those blocks. So what are the gain of those blocks? One is G3, one is G4. So we just multiply them, and instead of these two blocks, only a single block will come. Only a single block will come. Okay. So a single block will come, whose gain is G3 G4, whose gain is G3 G4. G3 okay. So once again I repeat from the starting step. First step is we just move this pick off point after the block. That's why the gain of this block, what is the gain of this block? G4 will also come in reciprocal manner, means in 1 by G4. So it is happens in the first step. Now after that step we find that G3 and G4 are in cascade, so we just multiply the gain of those two blocks and we will find out G3 G4, and we will find out G3 G4. Okay. Now see, this is a feedback junction. Now see, this is a feedback junction, this one is a feedback, this is a feedback loop. Okay, where the forward gain is G3 G4, feedback gain is H2. Where the forward gain is G3 G4 and feedback gain is H2. And by which sign H2 comes, by which sign this feedback comes? Because it comes with the negative sign. So what is the formula? What is the rule? The rule is just remove that feedback loop, just remove that feedback loop, and instead of the total blocks write down the rule such that forward gain is G3 G4 divided by, so divided by 1 plus or minus. So here what is this? 1, because it is comes with negative sign, that's why we write down positive. 1 plus forward into feedback. So forward is G3 G4 and feedback is S2. Feedback. Okay. So now this will be the solution of this feedback loop. So now I am going to remove this feedback loop. Before removing, I once again repeat. Now this will behave as a feedback loop in which the forward gain is G3 G4 and feedback gain is H2. So what is the rule? Just remove this forward and feedback gain. Instead of them, just draw a single block in which write down the formula such that forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus feedback into forward, and the sign of plus or minus depends on by which sign the feedback comes in the summing junction. Because it comes with the negative sign, so we use here positive sign. So we just remove this diagram right now, and instead of this diagram only a single blocks come, which is the solution of that feedback loop. Okay, now only this block will become. Okay, now see, so the question is now simplify a little bit. Now see, at the left hand side we will solve. So we know that we can move the pick off point. Now see, this is and also we can move the summing junction before a block or after a block. So see, this is a summing junction. This is a summing junction. So we can move this summing junction before a block or after a block. Okay. So we can now move this summing junction before the block G1, before the block G1. Okay. So we can easily move this summing junction before a block. What is the rule? Whenever you move a summing junction before a block, at that time the gain of that block comes in reciprocal. Whenever you move a summing junction before a block, the gain of that block comes in reciprocal, means 1 upon. Okay. So now what I want to say? I want to say that we can move this summing junction from this place to this place easily. Okay, I just shift a little bit this one. So this will becomes here like this one, and this will becomes here. Okay. So we can easily move, but the rule is whenever you move a summing junction before a block, then the gain of that block, what was the gain? What I do, I just show in the main question. You just move this before the block G1. So the gain of the block G1 will comes in reciprocal manner. So the gain of the block is G1, that's why it will come in reciprocal manner. So 1 by G1, 1 by G1. So here 1 by G1. Okay, we just move the summing junction before the block, that's why the block gain will comes in reciprocal manner. So 1 by G1. Okay, now see, there are two summing junction, one is this and one is this. Because directly we are not able to solve this feedback loop because there are two summing junctions. So we can simplify this without any rule. Consider this, that we can interchange the summing junction. If those summing junctions are close to each other, we can interchange them. This summing junction, if second, and this summing junction is first, then we can make this one as a first and this one as a second. Just interchange them, no problem, without any rule, without any gain consideration, without anything new. You can directly interchange the summing junction. So see, there are two summing junctions here. So there are two summing junction, one is this and one is this. So just interchange them without any rule. So you can now interchange them. Okay, so this summing junction will be comes here, and this summing junction will be comes here. This one. Okay, now we can solve. Now we can solve easily. Now we can solve easily. Yes. Now we interchange these two summing junction very easily. Okay. Now see these two blocks. Now see these two blocks G1 and G2. Both are in cascade, and we know the rule that whenever blocks are in cascade, multiply the gain of those blocks. Multiply the gain of those blocks. So G1 and G2, two blocks are there. So multiply the gain of these two blocks G1, G2. Multiply these two gains G1 and G2. Okay. Now see this one. See, this is a feedback loop completely, in which the forward gain is G1 G2 and the feedback gain is H1, in which the forward gain is G1 G2 and feedback gain is H1. So what is our rule? We can remove this loop, and as a solution we just put a block instead of this forward gain and feedback gain and summing junction. We put a block in which we use the formula forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus forward gain into feedback gain. That plus or minus sign depends by which sign the feedback comes in the summing junction. So see, the summing junction the feedback comes with negative sign. That's why we have to put positive in the formula. So what we are going to do, we just draw a block in which we will write down a formula forward gain. So what is the forward gain? Forward gain is G1 G2, G1 G2, okay, divided by, so divided by 1 plus or minus, so that is 1, because it comes with the negative sign, that's why plus, forward into feedback. So forward is G1 G2 and feedback is H1, okay. So now this one, so we just remove this one. Before removing, I once again repeat, here this is a feedback structure in which forward gain is G1 G2 and feedback gain is H1, and we know that whenever this kind of structure comes, we can remove that feedback loop via a single block in which we use the formula as a solution of that feedback loop, forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus forward gain into feedback gain, where the sign of forward and plus or minus depends on by which sign this feedback comes. So it comes with the negative sign, that's why G1 G2 divided by 1 plus we use G1 G2 multiplied by H1. So we just remove this total, and instead of there we just use this block. Now see, now the diagram is very simple. Now we are going to find out the final answer. Now see the upper three cases, the upper three loops. I just shift a little bit lower. Now see, these three upper loops are in cascade, one by G1 H3 and 1 upon G4. These three are in cascade. So we know the rule, whenever blocks are in cascade, just remove the cascade blocks and instead of them just multiply them. So 1 by G1 multiply by S3 multiply by 1 by G4, it means the upper denominator term is S3 divided by 1 upon G1 multiplied by S3 multiplied by 1. So G1 G4, G1 G4. So here G1 and here G4. So S3 divided by G1 G4. Okay. So now we remove these blocks. Now we remove these blocks, and instead of them we just connect a single block. Okay. And just make the connection. Okay. Now see once again, these two blocks are in cascade. These two blocks are in cascade. These two blocks are in cascade, G1 G2 upon 1 plus G1 G2 H1 and G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H2. So what is the rule? Whenever blocks are in cascade, just remove them, and instead of them only a single block will come that will be equal to the multiplication of those blocks. So G1 G2 multiplied by G1 G3 G4. So G1 G2 G3 G4. Okay, and at the denominator term, first this 1 will be multiplied by 1 plus G3 G4 H2, then G1 G2 H1 will be multiplied by 1 plus G3 G4 H2. So I directly write down with the multiplication 1 plus G3 G4 H2 G3 G4 H2, then G1 G2 H1 G1 G2 H1, then G1 G2 G3 G4 H1 H2, G1 G2 G3 G4 H1 H2. Okay, kindly wait, I just move this one a little bit. H1 and H2, H1 and H2. Okay, so instead of this total 2 blocks, we just remove these 2 blocks, and instead of these 2 blocks only a single block will come, and that is G1 G2 G3 G4 divided by 1 plus G3 G4 H2 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G1 G2 G3 G4 H1 H2. Okay, now the question is very simple. First question in which you see the feedback is at the upper side, otherwise always you see the feedback at the lower side, but here the feedback is at upper side, but it is feedback. That's why how to solve this kind of feedback loop, that is very simple. After the solution of this step, none other blocks will be remaining, so this will be your final step. So to find out the answer of this final step, that is very simple. What is the rule? Forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus forward into feedback.